Hey everybody, how's it going out there? Adappa11 here with another review for a Star Wars action figure playset. Now this one, first world problems here, is one that I never did have as a child. So recently, while on a vacation to Oregon to watch the solar eclipse, I was searching eBay and lo and behold, I found this nice, beautiful, custom vintage 1978 Star Wars Death Star Space Station. Now, the seller was Reanimationtoys. That's Reanimationtoys. And I found it, communicated for a couple days, and I thought to myself, I better snatch it for the $299, basically $300 with free shipping. And it got to my house in 2 days. Just shocking because I live in Nevada and he lives in Indiana, so that was really fast for a playset of this size. So that is a channel, or I mean that is an eBay page, not eBay page, but eBay seller that I think did a fantastic job here all around. So I'd like to review that, and of course the Death Star, well, the Death Star and that. So what I will do here is, with the short time that I have, since my family's out and about and I now have time, let's take a look at this side. Now, as you can see here, where he painted the shuttle door, I should say the elevator doors, the steps are painted black, and you can see the detail of the white on what I would assume to be the LED lights on the side end, and of course above at the archway of the elevator door. Now the paint, I mean, this is just fantastic. I know there's nothing like vintage, but when I look at some of the coloring and with what I have in mind and the style that I like to have, this fits me perfectly. I really like that closer, authentic look. So you look at it from here and you can just see a little bit of maybe paint scruff right there, and that is expected, I would believe, with opening a door and sliding it. So you can probably even see from here the little bit of blue. I just moved this forward. The little bit of blue where the paint is exposed. Now the door does open without problem. So there we have it. And you can see a little bit of a paint scruff right there, but that's no big deal to me. That's totally expected. This is going to be opened and closed. It's used for diorama. I'm not going to let my boy play with it. That's for sure. So I don't see that as a negative. That's just standard wear and tear. So anyways, okay, so we see here the lights here, not circular, look like they're dabbed, but that's fine. That's just a minor. Now, of course, let me open up here. Now you can see the notch, or the lever notch. And so we can bring up the door here. It slides well. I don't have any noticeable friction. Now remember, this is my first one, so I gotta get used to this. Okay, so I have to counterclockwise turn this. Now, I suppose it shouldn't be unexpected that there would probably be some wear and tear on the paint here, but that's fine. That is totally fine. Let me set this down because I'm holding this tripod with one hand, trying to show the slide action here. So yeah, no sliding problems at all, and of course it goes up to the top with no problems, and then again locks. So let's bring her down. Okay, so you can see this side looks really well, and there is some of the detail that caught my eye when I looked at when I first saw that eBay page, whatever, listing. Now look at that. It's real simple things here, and maybe I could just go ahead and slide this forward a little bit more. Put this more into focus. Okay, you can see here that it appears that perhaps he, there we go. Now, I don't know if this is a specimen plate. I don't know what I did with my pointer. This might be a specimen plate, this background of control panels. And perhaps he painted it black and dabbed it with the red and blue and the white lights here. This is likely to be from these parts. Some of these parts are from cars, model cars. You can see the license plate here. Let's see what the license plate number here is. There you go. Okay, so you can tell here a little bit closer what I mean with a little detail there. Now I can't think of, I've seen this like this punch type of thing and some of these other doodads. Now, oh yeah, and the lights on top. Isn't that cool? Now those are, I don't know if that's just painted on there, but I really like that effect because it literally, through the camera, looks like there's lights that are on. So, that is really cool. I like that. Let's get back down here. Looks like these are, it could be mufflers or, gosh, right on the tip of my tongue what that could be, but I just can't think of the name of it. But just look like he cut them, put them there. There's like a brake light or a side tailgate light, maybe a keyboard. So it's pretty cool, pretty inventive. So, well, I almost hit the stop button there. So there's the detail on that. Now I think the only, for me personally, I know everyone's gonna have their own preference, but for me this kind of throws me off. It's unfortunate. There is a sticker remover, a solvent that removes the residue from old stickers that I use and that my wife uses on packages to get the stickers off. So anyways, it's with all the detail and fantastic work, I am stumped by just a couple things like this where the sticker residue was left on there. I mean, all it is, you put on there and the residue comes off and you wouldn't have this look, but it is what it is. Okay, so quick look down and then we'll look at another part of the Death Star. All right, next. Okay, we'll continue on at the upper level where the Canon is. And I really like this paint detail. I would like to learn. I'll have to get the right proper equipment and start practicing. But I like how it's not all solid tone. It's just mixed up. You, of course, have the red right there to throw it off. It makes it stick out. Now, the Canon does not move up or down. It does have that clicking noise. So ever so slightly. Okay, so it lifts up like this and then you could just see the rest of it. Here is this side where you can see the screw heads. And of course, this side. Pretty cool. I like this. This is really cool. All right, so let's take a look at the front seat, or I should say the front of the seat. I like the detail there. Okay, so here we have the control lights. There we go, control centers. Different paint scheme on the side. Again, this does move. Oops. I'm not entirely sure because of my unfamiliarity. This is my first Death Star. I have yet to figure out what that is. This is why I don't like holding the camera. I start to swerve back and forth. Okay, so let's take a look here at one of the problems that's just going to occur anytime you have a custom. Even when my short, limited experience of doing custom paints, paint jobs as well. Okay, so when you paint something, of course, you're going to have a layer of paint. So if you have a layer of paint on a base and a layer of paint on the beams, you can see here that they're going to, well, the spacing within the female end and the paint added on the male end it's going to be a little tighter, so we can't get these beams in all the way. Now he did apparently break one. I think it may have been down here actually, in the middle level, and it's probably why he probably got it stuck in there and tried to package it, and then when he pulled it out, it broke. And that's one of the bummers about painting, but I'll take it. Okay, let's go to the middle floor. Okay, here's a view of the third floor, and you can see the back. It looks like a fairly new cardboard backing. Now, of course, because of the paint job and the older look of the cardboard backing, there's going to be a contrast. But hey, I'm fine with that. It's in fantastic, excellent condition, as you can see. I believe there's a minor crease on one of them. I believe it may be the one below and only visible from the exterior of the Death Star. But as you can see here, fantastic shape. Now, of course, it did not come with a little robot there. There's the beams, as you can see, where they're not in there because they can't fit all the way because of the painting. But hey, that's fine. It's expected. Now, if we get up here, as you can see, right here, this is where he made a makeshift rope for Luke Skywalker and Princess Leia. There we go. Can you see that? Wait a minute. Oh, there we go. It's kind of hidden there. I wasn't looking at the camera. There we go. So it has this. Door has no problem sliding. Is this going to make me out to be a liar? Nope. Okay. Now, I do suspect that if I open and close this often, with time and repetition, it will likely take the paint away. Personally, I'm going to refrain from opening and closing it often because I want it to last. Okay, let's see what it looks like from the other side. Now, there is something on here I like a lot. It's going to be a little darker. Apologize. Now, you see that control panel right there. I like that little detail. So, I believe that is the only floor where there's some detail of that control panel, so I like that a lot. It's just, it really sticks out when you have a close picture. So, and you can see the LED so-called lighting is on both sides. All right, so let's move to the second level. Okay, so here's this side of the second level. You know, there is the LED lighting on both sides, no control panel painting there. No biggie. Let's back up and take a look if my fingers can touch. There we go. Let's take a look at the other side. Now, this is the bonus right here, I think. Now you can see the control panels here are completely souped up. Another thing that really caught my attention. Zoom in there. There we go. Sorry that the lighting's a bit off. It's just tricky because I don't have lighting around 360 degrees due to the backdrop. So anyways, as we can see here, we can see what, gosh, I've seen these before, and I don't know if it was a ram, some type of rams. Is it some type of tool? Like I don't remember if it was an anchor piece or what, but that looks familiar. Let me get closer in here because my zoom is maxed out. There we go. So there we have, again, what is likely to be specimen panels that are painted and then glued on there with the additional accessories on there, I like that control panel. And then you can see the control paneling on the Death Star wall. Looks really nice. No water damage, no creases that I can tell. Like I said, there's a minor crease somewhere, but I think it's only visible from the outside. You can see the control panel over there has something. Let's take a look. A little different here, as you can tell. Of course, it's much brighter because it's, there we go. And you can see the battle going on with the TIE Fighter and the X-Wing. There's the center beams. It was one of these beams that had a snapped male end. All right, and then you can see the trap door. To the garbage chute. I didn't put the stuff in there, and we'll take a look and review that bottom level right now. Okay, so here we go near the elevator doors on the bottom level. Black steps, LED painting. There's the elevator door and no LED or control panel lighting. Now I really like the detail for what you're about to see here on the trash compactor. The door has fantastic, you know what? Let me just go ahead and pull it off of here. Okay, so here's a video of the side, the glass paneling here. Pretty cool. You can see the paint detail on the exterior. I have no problems at all opening and closing this. Now for the inside, he did give or send with styrofoam painted for the rubble. And due to the bridge or the post breaking, he left a little note saying the control level supports one snap while taking it out. Very sorry about this. I've included a deleted scene, haha. Something trash monster. Luke used his saber on the beast, and it's the beast basically with the head missing, so I haven't put it in there yet. Just, I don't even know if I'm going to. So for trash, I mean, I'll find my own trash, my own debris. To start with, you know, maybe a piece of plastic, maybe these tie piece frames. They look like frame supports. And then as time, you know, I'll find stuff. So let's look at the door. Dang good job on the door. Look at that. It's even got poo excrement leaking out. Ew. And some tar. So they did a really good job on the paint. He did a really good job on the paint detail. I think that's fantastic. You could just imagine on a close Dio picture. Really fantastic. Okay, so let's take a look and continue on at the lower level. Okay, so there you have it. It's back on. Let's turn it around like this. See the paint? I just think from looking at pictures, diorama setting, and the paint job, it's fantastic. This is, I'm completely pleased thus far. So we can see on the inside, the paint detail, the steps are black, LED lighting white, no paint details for control panels. Now let's take a look at the outside, and there are little gaps between here, but that's just how the diorama is. I'm sorry, the playset is. So that's on Canon right there. Now, of course, if we can see the paint detail, but as we pan back and then take a look, the paint can look a little off, but that's because you got 1978 panels, or at least remakes of them, and the new paint job. So let's get that bright light off there. That crease, I just found that crease, which is right there, and it's just very minor. Oh well. Now, as you can see, the gaps here, because of these gaps, the panels don't fit perfectly flush in here because they're raised in certain areas. So they drop down, and since this can't go down this beam any further, sometimes I have gaps. Have to move it up so there's no hole or gap showing when I do a diorama setting from the other side. So just very few minor flaws. I think it's overall worth the $300 I paid for it, and to my wife's displeasure. So I'm happy with it. It's gonna really do what I need it to do, and that's take diorama pictures. So I would give this is my favorite playset. I'd say this and the Millennium Falcon Legacy. So Legacy, playset, this, and I have to go with the AT-AT. Yeah, so this is in my top 3 for sure. It's new. Maybe I'll find new things here and there, but I guess that's about it. I would give this probably about a 9.5. Yeah, I'd go a strong 9.5 at least. But anyways, everyone has their own opinion and preference. But I hope I covered everything here. If not, sorry about that. Thanks for your time, everybody. If you haven't subscribed, hey, hit the subscribe button. I got plenty of stuff to review and plenty of diorama videos ahead. So hit that like button if you don't mind. I greatly appreciate that. And I hope you enjoyed. Thanks again. May the force be with you. Until next time, goodbye, everybody.